For the people of Oakview Estate in Croxteth, life has changed forever. At a fresh crime scene, 4 visitors were brought down, boys of similar age who've suddenly lost a friend to Britain's gun culture. And they were just the first. Others are still coming, united with a dead 11-year-old by a mutual love of football and a local junior squad.
It's just so unfair, isn't it? Hey, he's a very talented little boy, wasn't he? Hey, he's due to go to big school, weren't you? Hey, it's not fair. Just hope they find out who's done it to him. And you get a good coming to them, mate. Hey, yeah. He's lost a lovely little boy, haven't he? I just hope the family are okay in that. The poor mum and the dad and the brother.
The police have plenty to go on. Forensic and ballistic analysis has been swift and everyone hopes fruitful. But that's a waiting game and an investigation already involving 100 officers. On Wednesday evening, Rhys Jones had just finished his football practice for the day and was enjoying a kickabout with 2 chums in the car park of the local pub. It was a warm evening and there were plenty of customers inside the pub and possibly more outside. According to statements taken thus far, a teenager rode up on a BMX bike, his face hidden by a hood. He produced a weapon and deliberately fired it 3 times. 1 shot went wild, 1 into a car, and the 3rd into Rhys Jones's neck. Now, behind the closed doors of the Jones family home, the last parental memory will be of a mother rushed to the scene to cradle her fatally wounded son in her arms before the medics arrived.
As I was coming down this road here, went over that bump, looked over to the Stamford Farm car park, seen a little boy in an Everton kit rolling around on the floor. Didn't think anything of it at the time because, you know, I didn't know. So I asked a few other people what had happened and someone said it was a little boy. That moment I was just sick because it was just, you know, it's just horrible, isn't it, to think of a little boy getting shot. And then it clicked to me then, you know, I seen a little boy and I just felt sick. I just like physically sick then.
For the rest, there's just the impact of the event.
We just couldn't believe it at all. Then we put the news on, it was all over the news, and I'm just really shocked that it was Rhys because he was a lovely boy. You know, I'd just say hello to him in the street and stuff. Didn't know his family too well, but he was always in the street playing with next door's kids and stuff.
As far as guns are concerned in the UK, these are troubled times. They're feared and talked about, but never expected so close to anyone's home.
And you just wonder, don't you? Because I would say to my grandson, yeah, of course you can go to the shop. And I would let him go to the shop at 7. But then you think about something like this happens. I don't know if I'd do that in the future now.
And Croxteth is no ghetto. It's a community that aspires to A-levels and university rather than gang violence. So far, 2 teenagers have been arrested, but this investigation is far from over.
For anybody who's watching, who knows what happened last night, who knows who fired the weapon, who knows who provided the weapon, they need to tell us. We will make sure you're safe, and we will take you through a criminal justice system that is there to make sure that you are kept safe.
But it's also true that Britain's nationwide concern for troubled teenagers has a place here as well.
I think we have to recognise that this is part of a much broader issue about antisocial behaviour, and I think the kind of society in which we live now, where people are valued more for what they have than for what they are.
A CCTV camera was on order for the very car park where Rhys was killed. Installation due next month. But do you think it would have made a difference if a camera had been there on that spot where it's promised?
I think it would. I think it would, because I certainly think it would have made a difference if the pod was there. Manned or not, I think it would have made a huge difference. But even if the cameras would have been there, I think there's just the idea that you would have been caught on camera could certainly have stopped that.
There'll be heavy fallout from this, and a national outrage is already evident. But that will overtake the very personal tragedy that has struck here and is just beginning to run its own sad course. Andrew Wilson, Sky News in Croxteth.